My name is Gabriela Madison, and I'll be giving a speech over Asperger's disorder. What is Asperger's? Asperger's is a form of pervasive developmental disorder, which is also known as PDD. It is a severe developmental disorder characterized by major difficulties in social interaction and restricted and unusual patterns of behavior. It affects the ability to effectively socialize and communicate with other individuals. Some of the symptoms of Asperger's are they have eccentric and repetitive behavior. They're usually very skilled or talented in one type of area. They have coordination problems, limited range of interest, communication difficulties, unusual preoccupations or rituals, and they usually have problems with their social skills. The cause of Asperger's is still yet unknown, although some scientists say that it is inherited through genetics. Some of the features of Asperger's would include paucity of empathy, which means that they are not very empathetic with others. They have naive, inappropriate, one sided social interaction with little ability to form friendships, relationships, and consequent social isolation. Pedantic and monotonic speech, which means that they speak in a very calm, normal tone at all times. They have poor nonverbal communication, so they're not very active with their hands and they don't usually show their signs on their face and body movement. They're usually very clumsy and ill coordinated with their movements and odd posture. The background behind Asperger's is it was first described in 1944 by Hans Asperger, an Austrian doctor who ran a test on four individuals, testing their personality, how they interact with each other, and different things within their brain. Asperger's was then became more interesting and more studied in 1981 when Lorna Wing published reviews and series of case reports, but it did not become a distinct disease and diagnosis until 1992. Asperger's does not have a definite cure, but it does have different treatments that you can go through in order to help cope with this disorder. You have communication training and behavioral therapy, which can help people who suffer with Asperger's learn to socialize more successfully. A speech therapist who will work with the individual with Asperger's to learn how to speak and how to develop their conversations with others. A primary care provider who can diagnose you and then give you a medical plan. You can also go to an occupational therapist who will work with the speech, a clinical psychologist who will look through their background and their family's background to find out ways to deal with Asperger's, or a psychiatrist. How common is Asperger's? It's more common in males than females. It's actually four times more likely to occur in males than females. It's more common than autism. Actually, in the United States, every 1 in 250 children will be diagnosed with Asperger's. And in Canada, every 1 in 10,000 children will be diagnosed with Asperger's. It's more than 200,000 US cases per year. Asperger's can last for years or it can be a lifelong disorder, but it is a very unique disorder, so there are still being tests ran to find out what exactly causes it and what are the symptoms. Some other facts about Asperger's: it is a generally higher functioning on the autism spectrum. They have all absorbing interest in specific topics that interest them. It's very similar to autism. But it does have differences, which include function better. They generally have a normal intelligence and near normal language development. They do have communication problems as they age. It's usually diagnosed in children when they are between the ages of 2 and 6. They have low muscle tone, dyspraxia, and coordination issues. What is Asperger's now? Asperger's was added to the Diagnostics and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders in 1994, but as of May of 2013, it no longer appears in the DSM. It will now be defined as autism spectrum disorder. And autism spectrum disorder takes all the differences of autism and lists them on a spectrum from the highest to the lowest. Asperger ranges about in the middle of it. Thank you. My name is Gabriela Madison once again. Thank you for your time.